Okay, so Sunday breakdown for this week. This is April 13th, the week of April 13th, 2025. Today's Sunday. Starting off with the pairs that I am not going to be taking for this week with USDCHF. We are the lower low right here. I can see it on the weekly lower low. What happened with USD just dropped right now. So we'll be looking for sales, but obviously we need a pullback. We're not going to have a pullback until we don't see any clear take profit until up here actually on the weekly. So we're far away from area of interest. We look for a daily. We could probably look for here, but then what would be our take profit? Would this be the take profit? We wouldn't see any clear take profit here. So we're going to be out. We're going to be out of trading this area here. So I just have it out for now. USD, CHF, kind of same thing. We would be looking for, what am I talking about? Okay, so we would be looking, we're at lower low, but would be looking for sales, but just to take profit, we don't see any clear take profit. It'll be like right here, right? But it just doesn't look clear enough, so pass. Euro, NOK, we're at a higher high this time. There's just not clear structure, no TP set here since we're at the higher high. And this is from April 2020. We're not going to look this far back for a take profit, so it's just not clear enough for me. Click pass, Euro SGD, again, higher high, no clear take profit, waiting for a pullback, pass. NCD CHF, sales, same thing. So a lot of them are kind of the same thing where we got these higher lows. This one is different. This actually should be in my monitoring. So let me just pull this up for this week. Actually, what I'll do is because I'll pull all these up here, these yellows, these are all going to be for weekly. So let me go back here. NCD CHF pass, Euro AUD pass at a higher high, no clear structure. GBP CHF, not interested with the lower low, not clear take profit, no. Structure points to not clear enough. We have this one red here because we're within this higher high, this elongated higher low, higher high, and all this consolidation. We're going to pass this with NZD CAD, GBP, JPY, same thing, but more so on the daily. We have this lower high all the way down to this lower low. We're not counting out of the structure point. We're just going from all the way there. A lot of consolidation, AUD and NZD. This one here, same deal. We're in between this higher high and this lower low. Boom, boom. Okay, so we're just gonna skip that because we have all this consolidation. So easy to get caught up in that. Again, the yellows we're gonna monitor. Silver, I just like to watch it. We just had an alert come up to just say we're waiting for that break. We have a weekly bearish, daily bearish, and see we just had this one here. Our alert was just telling us that silver was crossing this area right here, which just looks like it came back into this daily zone. And I was putting this target here, but I'm not quite sure about it, to be telling you honest. So we had a daily pullback. But in order to even to consider this, we would have to have a shift of structure right here of this weekly. But then this 4 hour, and this 4 hour would be too close to take profit. So that's why I'm just not watching. I'm not, and just for psychology reasons, I'm gonna take that off too. Just watching this because there's a lot of things that I'm gonna go back and change on my psychology after talking to my mentor not too long ago. Euro NZD. Okay, this is a pass for now. The structure is not clear. Weekly is at the higher high. Not really any clear take profit counter because this is not a shift of structure on the daily, so it doesn't look really clear for me. ADCHF is a pass. We're at a lower low here. It's not really a clear daily take profit. A pullback, but there's no clear take profit here or structure. NZD JPY. Now NZD JPY, we are at a lower low, and but it doesn't look like any shift of structure. If we were looking at a counter, we would have to aim right here, but No, that's not the case. Now I have this marked out saying that, you know, if we hit here, which we have touched into this area here, we have this pullback technically of a daily, you know, weekly and daily are in sync, 4 hour is not in sync though, you know, so this take profit that I had set would actually be the lower low of this 4 hour. So if we shift this structure on the 4 hour, then we actually hit the take profit. Wouldn't make sense. So I'm just going ahead and take out this take profit and just say we're not interested. USD MXN, higher high on the weekly. Actually, no, it's not even higher high. It's kind of like on the way right now. We had the pullback already at that zone on the way to wherever we're going. But the thing is that we are weekly bearish, daily bullish. So we're out of sync, not interested. EuroCAD at a higher high. Our next weekly area of interest will be down here. It needs to make a nice, deeper retracement into the zone. But the weekly is higher high, bullish. The daily is higher high, bullish. We'd have to see a pullback into this area. And then we don't have any clear structure. So for right now, we're just going to pass for now. US in okay, USD in okay. On the way, as you can see right here, price will be on the way. But where it'll be on the way to all of these sharks, all these rocks. There's no clear take profit, so this is not really good. Any take profit here, it's just not clear enough. So pass CAD JPY looks like it's at its lower low, right, on the weekly. Bearish daily, kind of like the same deal. Yeah, we're having a shift. No, it needs to make a shift. So right now it's not in sync, so we have to have a shift right around here until it makes that shift. Then we're not in sync, so we're going to pass it. Euro USD, we're at a higher high. Looking for buys, right? But where would the take profit be? Where would the take profit be? Now this one looks a little bit clear because we're this February 2022, and then we have February 2020, but February 22 is right there, but we're kind of already at that, right? So yeah, it's not clear enough. So weekly is bullish, daily is bullish, but we just need to pull back. It's not clear. We're at a higher high, so we pass. Last but not least, NZD USD. NZD USD is at a higher high, okay? But this is really like it's like a pullback, right? We're not even at a higher high, we're at a pullback. It looks like it's on this way. But since we've had all this is something that my mentor was telling me about. Since we had this kind of like consolidation happening here, we wouldn't be looking for sales anymore because this will kind of show that price maybe even making its way up. As you can see, this even though it's not in sync, we have this huge engulfing candle, and then we have these huge wicks here and this consolidation. Therefore, I wouldn't even be looking for sales at this point. And on top of that, we're not even in sync. So weekly and daily is going against each other. All right, so that's that for this week. The pairs that I'm not going to take. And let me just move up this here because I wasn't prepared before I did this. I should have been, but I'm gonna give myself some grace, just like you should from time to time, because that's good for the soul. All right, let me just move two more here. We got one and our last one there. Okay, starting with a GBP AUD. GBP AUD for this week. I got a lot of trades this week. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, about 16, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. GBP AUD, starting off with GBP AUD. We are bullish here, okay? We're bullish. Bullish here as well. We're having a pullback in this area of interest. Now I had this as a counter because technically we're bullish on the weekly, but this looks bullish all the way up to here for me. This looks bullish from this point. Let me take this off. So from this point, right? From this point to this point looks bullish to me, right? Let me take this off actually, because it's not where, it's not, yeah, it's kind of far off, but bullish here. You can call it, I don't know if I would call that a shift though. I don't know if I would call that a shift. I'll say that's a pullback into this area. Is that even an area? I don't even know if that's an area of interest, to be totally honest. I think this must be a 4 hour. Yeah, that must be a 4 hour. And this, yeah, that's a 4 hour. Yep. So we're gonna take this off because I wouldn't even call that a shift. Now looking at it with fresh eyes. Yeah, we have these rejection candles. Honestly, you know what? I don't even like this really. I don't think it's clear enough. I don't think it's clear. So not clear. We're gonna say not clear. With fresh eyes, it looks a little different. We'll say not clear here, and then we're just gonna take that off there. Not chosen. Okay, USD SEK. Okay, so we're at a. Oh Jesus. Yeah, we're at a higher high here. Okay, higher high. Bullish frame. Okay, all right, and then daily. So we're just waiting for a pullback. We want to see a pullback in this zone here. I'm gonna guess that that's a daily zone, right? Please. Okay, cool. Daily zone, and then the take profit would actually be here. Okay, I have it at weekly. Yeah, I have it at a weekly zone, but it wouldn't make sense if we're looking for a weekly take profit from a daily area of interest. So technically it would be right here. Now, if this does not meet my, if this does not meet my, another thing I'm doing too is adding alerts where price comes back into my zone. So I'm putting alerts here because that's something that I wasn't doing efficiently, but I'm gonna start doing that now. Daily retracement, that's what I'll say. Okay, so instead of having to watch this now, because I don't want to watch this like that anymore. I don't want to do that. So I have my daily zone here, and this will be the daily take profit right here. Let's move this down just like right there. Cool. Okay. AUD JPY. Now, almost did I finish what I was saying? Yeah. Yeah, I got it. Cool. AUD JPY. Weekly, we are looking for sales here where it looks like we're on the way. We're making ourselves on the way. We touched into this weekly zone as you saw there. So we had a pullback there. We had a daily pullback into that zone. And now we're looking for a weekly shift of structure. Technically, no. Yeah, no, this, we still need to see a shift of structure. Will we see a shift of structure? So I didn't mark this up because I was seeing if price will break this structure. We need to see price actually break here, and then we can see a shift of structure. Otherwise, this is not in sync. And our take profit, which is here, it wouldn't make sense to even be watching this. So we're just monitoring this. But we would need to see this price, looking for price to shift the structure. Maybe price goes higher first. Okay, but until then, it's not really, that ain't really solid. USD SEK weekly, we're at a lower low. Daily, we're at a lower low. We just had a shift of structure, right? So we need to see a pullback. So we need to see a daily pullback. That's what we need to see. We need to see a daily pullback. But before that, well, what's before that? Yeah, I want to see a pullback. So I'm looking for a pullback here. Okay, let me take this yellow off here. This is not necessary. CHF, JPY, and this can actually happen today. So I'm gonna move this up to today. Okay, CHF, JPY, we're at a higher high. Okay, higher high. We're having a pullback here. Looks like a daily area of interest. Okay, pullback on the daily. Okay, we want to see a nice solid candle for the daily pullback. And that's not going to happen for another day or so. So waiting for actually a pass here because what would it be? Daily. Let me see. Be right there. Now we can monitor it. Let's monitor. Okay. It is kind of unclear, but we can monitor it. Okay. And then that can happen in a day as well. Yeah. Okay, next, Euro GBP with a higher high. Okay, we want to see a pullback into this area here. I'll put a monitor here. Okay, weekly pullback, that's what we need to see. Weekly pullback. Pull bike. Let me see, weekly pull bike. Pull bike. Weekly pull bike. Okay, we got our alerts there, perfect. Don't need to monitor. Okay, I think this is the same thing here. Yeah, Euro HUF, same thing. But I have daily here, and if it's daily right here, then I need to see, then we'll have to see this is a take profit. But I don't think this will be a, see, it wouldn't hit our, price would have to go deeper for us to, yeah, and the price would have to hit deeper for that to be our 1 to 2. It would have to come deeper. So that might not even reach our risk to reward, to be totally honest. We wouldn't even trade that, but I'll go ahead and I'll put my, yeah, I don't even know if I should put my limit there, but I'll just put my, this here. Maybe it'll, we'll see. I'll put my alert there, just for learning purposes. USD, SGD, looking for sales, we're at the lower low. Our take profit here, this looks a lot better. So we're just looking for a weekly pullback. I'm gonna put my alert here, weekly pullback, okay. It's not really clear on the daily. Take profit's not really clear on the daily, but daily will be somewhere in here. Right, yeah, daily will look somewhere here, but we have our, let's move this down just a little bit to where it's like kind of near the weekly zone and near the daily zone. So we'll see price touching here. Once it does, then after that kind of closure for the daily, then we'll look for lower time frame. Really utilizing these, let me check the weekly candles here. Okay, these look pretty good. There's not like rejection candles like these or like these. This is happening here, but it looks okay. I'm really utilizing these alerts. Now this is a strong wick pullback here, so really need to be careful here. We're having a pullback, but I want to see price actually. I want to see price actually hit this zone, so I'm gonna make it a little bit closer to the zone. Put an alert on. Okay, that'll be a weekly pullback zone. Euro PLN. Okay, weekly is area shift the structure. Right here, we're at this weekly area of interest. Okay, look for buys. So we're just kind of looking for. We've had a pullback, but we need to see. What do we need to see? Had a pullback, so we want to see a higher high, because we don't want to buy right here, right? So we don't want to buy right here. We want to buy at this pullback. So looking for a higher high. I want to see a higher high. Look to see weekly higher high and pullback. That's what we want to see, right? We want to see it go up a little bit more and then make a pullback. We want to buy on the pullback. We want to buy on the higher low, and then hit this next level, yeah, or at least see it make more of a pullback, and then because technically, yeah, that would be my pullback, but it'll be a little bit better if we had a pullback, not too deep, but just like a small pullback on the daily, and then we'll take our buys up here. That's what I would say. Okay, GBP CAD weekly, we are at a pullback. We're here at this area of interest on the daily. Okay, we have our TP set to about, okay, that looks about right. That's a daily. Okay, this looks pretty promising, this GBP CAD. We're at this daily area of interest. Okay, yeah, we're reacting from this area. You know what, this doesn't look too bad actually. But the only thing is we would have to see this 4-hour shift of structure up here. Okay. So we need to see a 4-hour shift of structure right up here. Will we have that 1 or 2 that we're looking for if it happens right here? Probably. Could be. Could be. Right? Could be. So I like this here. I'm gonna move this. I want to move this up. GPK. Yeah, I'm gonna move that up because, yeah, yeah. And this is a daily. This is a. Let's move this to a 4-hour shift to structure. Once we get that 4-hour shift to structure, then we'll look for a pullback. So let's say, yeah, let's say we're looking for that 4-hour shift to structure and pullback. That could be a potential trade. USD CNH. USD CNH. We're looking for pullback. Yeah, looking for pullback. This would be our area of interest right here. Man, I'm seeing things so differently since talking to my mentor there. Had to pull back into this area of interest. Damn. Okay, break. So, yeah, we need to see more of it pullback. Having a reaction from the zone. So this looks like the actual reaction happening. We need to see a shift of structure here at the 4-hour. Yeah, we got that right. Just need to see a shift of structure here. Once we get that shift of structure, and then we'll look for a small pullback and buys. I like this one too. It's gonna happen today. Where's that? Okay, I think I was here. Euro JPY. Okay. So it looks like we're out of sync right now because technically weekly is bullish, daily is bullish. No, we're in sync. We're in sync. Maybe the price changed before this analysis, but unless I count this as a lower high, and this lower low. Either way it goes, this TP is really close. Yeah, this TP is too close. Even if I try to, yeah, this is too close. It's not clear enough structure. Oh shit. It's not clear enough structure, so structure not clear. Structure not clear. Monitoring. We're gonna pass for right now. So no Euro PJPY for now. We're gonna pass this time. GBP NZD weekly. So we're at sales. We're at the lower low right now. Daily is bearish. Where's weekly? Okay, we're both bearish. Okay, so we're looking for a pullback in this area here with this area of interest, but TP would be very close, right? TP would be super close, but it can be managed. It can be managed. We can get a 1 or 2 from there. So let me go ahead and I'll put in this alert. Move down just a little bit to get a heads up on it. Maybe daily area of interest, retracement, pullback, whatever, same thing. Just alerts us. USD JPY, we're at the lower low. Looking for sales. We don't have a clear. There's no clear take profit here. There's some wicks happening in here. We would have to pull up a lot, like significantly, but we're already at, pretty much already at take profit. Structure not clear, already at TP, whatever. So it's not. I wouldn't choose that one. Yeah. Okay. So I think that was pretty much. Did I do AUD USD? Okay. So here, having a pullback, right? Here having a pullback. Looks like it's bullish now. Yeah, weekly looks like it's bullish now. No. Still bearish. Having a pullback, but it's above this area, above this daily area. Daily has pullback, so we do need to see a shift of structure here before we take sales. And our sales daily will be here. Yeah, this will be cool. This will be good. ADSD, I kind of like this one. Yeah, but we need to see a shift of structure on the 4 hour, which is right here, which we have our alert here. So that can happen. It definitely can happen. Okay, so then for today, we've already talked about AUD, USD, CNH, GDP CAD. I believe we talked about, right? Waiting for a 4 hour shift. CHF, JPY. CHF, JPY. Right? CHF, JPY. Yeah, waiting for daily pullback and monitor. So we're having a pullback here on the daily. So just waiting on that. Candle closure, that can happen today, more so this week. We'll just keep it for this today. And actually, let's move it to this week. USD SEK for sales, lower low, okay. Lower low, we're looking for a daily pullback. This daily interest here, you know, this is kind of choppy, I'll be telling you honest with you. There's no clear shift, there's no clear take profit, but we have it set here at this next structure point. This is really not clear at all. I don't even know why I'm even looking at it, but let's see, experiment a little bit. So I want to see a break here, okay? I want to see a break here, so I want to put a daily break here. I'm more so just doing this for educational purposes, right? To get better at implementing my strategy every day. So once I see the break, then I'll look for pullback. Daily break and pullback. And drawing out accumulations too. Yeah, that's what I'm getting better at too myself. We're at a lower low weekly, looking for sales here, at a lower low daily. Now we are at a weekly area of interest, so this is awesome. We're having a break, so what we need to do is see a shift of structure. Our target profit be right here. This will be really sweet, so I really like this USD CAD, but I do want to see it pull back. Okay, so I got a break. I really do want to see a retracement. That's what I want to see. Which technically, since I have this break right here, I'm having a retracement right here. I like that. Okay, but I want to see it retrace a little more. I want to see like a blue retracement, pullback, closure, candle closure. I want to see a candle closure, retracement. So waiting for a daily candle pullback, closure. 2 words. That's what I want to see. And then last but not least, GBP USD. I say that it's not in sync, but there's a reason why I said that. We're at a higher high. We'll call this higher high. But we're far away from an area of interest. I know I got all these damn zones, so I need to see a pullback. If this is my target profit, I need to see a pullback here. But I think this is going to be daily, most likely, yes. Daily, and if this is daily, then my target profit would be what? You know, so that's kind of tough. It wouldn't be any of that. So I really need to see price. I really want to see price come back in here and see a weekly retracement. If I see that, then we'll do it. Yeah, but I don't know if I'm going to see that today. So this is going to be moved. I'm going to move this to this week. GPUSD. The only real trade I have right now is USD CAD. This looks promising, but I need to see a daily pullback candle. All right, I know I was mumbling pretty much the whole recording, but okay, I got a lot here and not chosen. I got for this week 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 for this week, and we got 5 on deck loading, with USD CAD being the most ready. All right, this is cheers to a great, progressive, wonderful, awesome week ahead. I'm gonna go get some sleep. Peace.